Untangle it. Here we go. Come on, come on. Are those cameras on? Oh, I'm supposed to act like I don't mind cameras. I'm just kidding. I don't care a bit about cameras. All I care is that you're out there watching the video and hopefully having a good time. Today, we got a cool clutch of pieds. I made a boo-boo a minute ago. I was like, we're really ahead. We got 3 heads out and 50-50 pied, but then I realized it was pied to pied. Everyone's gonna be a pied. So, that being said, when, you know, genetics are kind of a trip. They're hard to understand sometimes, but real simple. If you have a recessive trait and both parents show it, like pied or albino, every baby will be pied or albino. Now, if you have one mom that had a dad that was an albino and the father is the albino, then you'll end up with 50-50. And if you breed 2 snakes that look normal that came from albinos, 25% will be albinos. Or pieds, which is recessive, 25% would be pieds. That being said, a codominant gene like sunfire, tiger, all those motley, you'd automatically get 50% no matter what you breed it to, because it's called a codominant gene and it automatically gives the gene to half its offspring. So that being said, we got 100% pieds here. We got 3 heads out. We got a couple eggs that are in distress. Hopefully everything's okay. We're gonna start with this one. This is why we cut eggs. It's not just to get them early. It's not all the crazy stuff you read on the internet. It's literally just to have a higher success rate for them to live and have a healthy life. And that way, if we help a little bit, we find that our success rate is much higher and we get better babies because they live. We like them to have all the opportunities it can. And that being said, this one may have lost its opportunity in the last week, in the last couple days. So we wait for the first ones to hatch so that we can help the other ones. Now this one's had a rough time. You can see the egg's bad. So here, bring it over here. So look at that pied. Woo. That being said, this egg would have never made it without an incubator, but it almost made it. And this one almost made it. This one for sure? Yeah, so this one's incredible. So pieds, this is the pied. It's basically a 2-colored snake. Unfortunately, we knew those eggs were in distress. We were hoping for the best. And that is part of the unfortunate part about animals. In general, they don't all make it. They're just like people. They don't all make it. We've learned that lately in a very bad way with the pandemic. That being said, this egg looks terrible. And the baby was able to cut its way out. Those 2, you know, maybe could have been saved if they were cut yesterday, but I don't want to make anybody come out early either. And so typically, I really honestly believe those are going to be fine. This one is absolutely fine. Look at that. So you turn your head around, he's tracking me. He's not looking at you guys. So there is a pied, perfectly healthy. It is a, see right there, that's the umbilical cord. Everything looks perfect. Nothing's tangled up. How do we got there? Beautiful. So there we go, another pied, perfectly healthy. So there it is. Got a little white on its nose. Not a high white pied. We should have roughly 25% of these or 50% of these. Technically 25%. No, 50% of these should have pretty good white. Yeah. That being said, it doesn't always work perfect mathematically because it just depends on the gene. So there's another. Now this one's got a crazy pattern.
It's like a rainbow.
Yeah, it literally looks like a rainbow retic. And wow, that is so wild. Look at that. See the pattern on the back? It's just incredibly gorgeous. So this one doesn't have high white, but it's got, everything looks really good. Everything's in place. This is another one I'm concerned about. That being said, I feel like our odds are a little bit better because it just looks a little bit better. The other ones, like I said, I really thought one would make it for sure. Ooh, it is a high white one. That one was high white. Wow, that thing's really high white.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow, look at that. And the good news is, guess what? Whoa, whoa. So you see, this incredible snake had a high probability of passing like the other two. But because we're here to make sure that it gets out and gets a breath of air, we've just quadrupled its life expectancy from maybe never making it out of the egg to being perfectly fine. So that is exactly why we do it. These other eggs look like they're not going to have a problem. This one here will be the next questionable egg. This one here did it on its own, even though it's questionable. But I would say from here on out, we should be great. I wonder if we get another crazy one like that. The pied gene takes other genes to help make it cool. So you can just see the snake is actually underneath the membrane. See that membrane? That's the embryonic sac it's in, basically, inside the egg. So what I want to do is I want to actually pop its head out and pop that little skin, see, because it still can't breathe. There it is. So now it can take a breath and it's safe. Man, you got enough paper towels for an army. I only need one at a time. So there you go. So that one there is looking good. Everything looks great. Okay, Tim, grab one. Let's see what we got.
And we're both gonna need one.
Yeah. So here we go. So let's see. I'm gonna cut this one again a little bit different. Here we go. These have no points on the top, so if I keep it all the way at the top, it's safe. Oh, there's a cool pied. So here we go. Pull that sack open, and there's a gorgeous high white. Is this a whitehead? It looks like the pattern of a whitehead. We used to think that whiteheads were tigers, but we figured out there can be anything. Come on, here we go. Ooh, that's a beautiful snake. Okay, see this umbilical cord? It looks a little suspicious tangled. I'm gonna make sure, see it is tangled. See that? So this is the other reason why we cut them. Once in a while we find these ones in a knot like that. See, it's wrapped around the snake completely. And so we gotta unwrap it. Wow, look at that beautiful head.
You gotta go backwards?
Yes. So we need to take the snake through all this. See right there? We got to carefully do this. This is like the real stuff here. Because I'll tell you, it's not good for the snake to rip that and bleed.
If that tears, that's it.
Yeah, it most likely would be okay, but because it is a big baby, but if we just untangle it, here we go. Come on, come on. There we go.
There we go. Perfect.
There we go. One more. Oh, there we go. So now it's going from having none of its embryonic food, basically the yolk, to having a full meal. So this snake here should do fantastic. Look at that beautiful head. Wow, is that cool? I like whiteheads a lot, but I like some with high whiteheads also, almost as much, because there's something to complement the other bit. So that's good news. That one's looking good. We'll sit it right there. What do you got, Tim?
I don't know yet.
Okay, here we go. So that's two snakes that we really helped out today. And that's, you know, sometimes you cut a whole clutch and there's no problems. And everything's perfect. Sometimes you let them cutaways and you can tell they're just all going to do great. But, you know, this one had a couple that I was really concerned about and ended up with another one I'm concerned. Whoa, look at that. That's beautiful. A platinum,
Citron.
yeah, a platinum citron.
Tiger, probably.
For sure, citron. Look at that. There's another big, fat, healthy baby. Everything's looking good here. So I think we're probably out of the woods for anybody, except are we gonna find something really crazy? It's kind of like, what's in the egg? What's in the egg? Wow, it's another really beautiful one. Wow, look at that. It's almost red. Wow, look at how healthy that baby is. Oh, look at that. Another umbilical cord. Ah. It's funny is it seems like when there's one messed up umbilical cord, there's sometimes more than one. The good news is this one popped out real easy and no problems. We got two left. Which one should I do? This one or that one? Okay, now you're gonna guess, read my mind. Which one is it? Is it this one or this one? I guess if you don't write it down, then you cheated. Okay, well here's the deal. I'm right-handed. So what does that mean I'm gonna pick? This is the one.
The right one.
The right one. I picked the right one. The left one. So if you wrote down left, then you're the one that guessed right. Okay, we got one more egg after. Ooh. Ooh. That's a cool one. Oh. Wow, look at the color on that. Look at how big it, oh, look at the head, look at the head. Oh, look at that head. See, is that cool? I thought it was gonna be a white head. I thought the last one was gonna be, honestly, but this one here's a white head. We were just talking about him. Oh man, I wanna make sure it's not tangled up. Everything looks good. Big, big, jeez. Beautiful.
Maybe a 30 foot or something.
Look at that. Oh man, that's hard to beat. So the left one was the cool one, but is it? I don't know. We're gonna find out in 1 minute if the other.
That was the right one.
That might have been the wrong one. This one might be crazy.
That's true.
Tim didn't show you. What Tim didn't show you. Look, look. I don't know. Is Tim's better than mine, or is mine better than Tim's? Oh, they're both ours. So I guess there's nothing to worry about. Here we go. Oh, I think Tim won.
No, I like yours better.
Oh, man, look at that. Is that cool or what? Wow. That is beautiful. We'll have to pull those out when it's all, we can't pull them out yet because the other one's not ready. This one looks pretty close to ready, but the other one isn't ready. Last one. Here it is. The one that was the right egg, not the left egg. But the left egg was the right egg.
That could have been the wrong egg.
But it could have been the wrong egg. But I think it was the right egg. We're going to find out right now if left was right and right was wrong. Okay. Oh!
That's the right egg. It could have been.
I'm mostly playing with you. Yeah. It's just a gorgeous, absolutely perfect amount of white. Yeah. Look, it's got a white nose, it's got a tan body, it's got white going all the way down it. Huge, high white, gorgeous animal. Absolutely awesome. Check it out. Gorgeous white animal. Whoa, man. Anyway, you know what? Me and Tim, how many years we got into this?
You got more than I do, but
I know.
I've been doing it 20 years now.
So me and Tim have been working 20 years together at making cool reticulated pythons.
We made a couple.
And you know what? Because we've worked consistently and hard at it, it's been very amazing some of the things we've hatched. Absolutely. We hatched some snakes today that we've never seen before in our lives. Nobody else has either, so it's pretty exciting. And you know what? The trick was, we both hung in there. When you stick together and you keep working hard, man, it's amazing what you can get to.
Yeah, those times just become nothing.
No, they become part of the journey.
Too many good times to overshadow everything else.
That is crazy. I always tell hopefully my wife doesn't watch this. I always tell my wife, if you remember all the good stuff that we've had happen in our life, you'll never get to the bad stuff in your memory because there's too many good things. So sometimes we can wake up in the morning and think about all the bad stuff that happened yesterday that might happen tomorrow. But I find that if you just think about the good stuff that happened during your life, you never have enough time in the day to get to the bad stuff anyway, and all of a sudden better stuff happens. And it is really cool today to stand here with him hatching snakes that didn't exist when we started, snakes that didn't exist when we started, snakes that didn't exist when we started, snakes that weren't even thought of before we started, snakes that weren't even thought of before we started, and snakes that have never been thought of before when we started. Yeah. That is called living the dream, when you get somewhere you can't even dream that far. And that's what we call living the dream. And you know what? I don't know what your dream is, but I'll tell you right now, don't expect it to happen overnight. Right?
But don't give up on it.
That's the whole point. So go make it happen, and just remember that every time you want to quit. Do you really want to see the dream? And you know what? Sometimes we have to change our minds and decide that there is a better dream for our lives. Just make sure it's your dream and not somebody else's dream. because that's the one that's going to work out for you. Peace out. Hope you have an awesome day. Help somebody on the way. Good job, Tim. Living the dream, right. There it is right there.